Hello and welcome to Joburg Today. I'm Raymond Muriku and this is Active. Today we take a look at luxury premium sports which are known to be expensive and break them down from an affordability point of view, starting off with Polo. Joburg Today is taking a different spin to life right here at the Ananda Club in Sandton, also known as the home of Polo, to explore the sports of kings. Come with me for this beautiful ride. Welcome to Active.
Polo is an absolutely exhilarating sport, and it is that because it is a team sport. It has the finesse of a golf swing. It has got the ride-off adrenaline rush and speed of rugby or something high speed like that. And then it also has the sort of last factor, which is the most interesting, is the horses. Polo here has got obviously long roots, been here for 90 years. People who want to learn the sport, who don't have access to horses or have their own horses, can come to the club now. And we have a facility where they can rent time, be coached by a couple of our coaches. And then, we function as any kind of sports club. We have our club practices generally on weekends. And then we host a couple of big events in the year. One in particular, which is coming up at the end of the year, is the Ananda Africa Cup. We see teams from all over Africa who come and play under their club colours. The Africa Cup is obviously aimed at most of our African countries and African brothers who play, which is mainly black players. And it's very exciting to see that these guys are taking the sport and making it their own. We've got another event that happens at the club which is called the Ananda Development Cup, which is actually coming up now in June. It precedes the Africa Cup. And the whole aim is around highlighting development players and development polo. Polo has this perception that it is for the rich and famous only. It's the sport of kings, they call it. And, Ray, I won't lie to you, it is expensive. It's expensive because of the horses that we buy. It's expensive because of the time that we put into our horses. So what I've done is because people can't always afford to go and buy these expensive horses or don't have the time to make them, people can now come to the Ananda Polo Academy at the Ananda Club, and they can pay for their lesson time where I provide a horse. So you don't have to actually own it, and it's also a lot less risky.
To become a polo player, you must start on the wooden horse, because on the wooden horse, that's where you're going to learn everything about polo. You're going to learn how to hold the stick, you're going to learn how to hit the ball, you're going to learn the size of the horse. The most important thing is a helmet. You need to have a helmet, and you also have to have the riding shoes and the knee guards for safety. In the polo match, it has to be 4 people in a team, and which is playing against another 4, and we have 2 referees in the field, we should be 10 in the polo field. We're normally playing for 6 chakas, which is you need 6 horses. You play for 7.5 minutes, then you have to go outside to get the water, and you change your horse.
I found the sports very interesting when I was 7. My dream is that I want to see myself playing for a national team, and I want to see myself around the world playing outside countries, showing the people that I can do this sport.
Some people they're very good at some other sport, and then it's better not to say that I'm not good at polo. It's better to try polo. That's what I did. I just tried it because I loved it, and I ended up becoming a polo professional. So not all of us good at soccer or rugby or some other sports. It's better to try something different.
Hi, I'm Mpho Pops Mudikwane, and you're watching Joburg Today.
Follow us on Twitter, that's at Joburg Today, and simply like our Facebook page, that's joburgtoday.tv. How about that for your first story? Now moving into our second insert, we bring to you golf.
Gosh, golf is a very challenging sport. There's challenges from a playing perspective, challenges from a teaching perspective. What's the most challenging is being able to develop the golf swing for everybody's needs. Everybody has different faults, and we need to, as teachers, coaches, we need to develop our knowledge in terms of getting the swing right technically in the way in which it makes sense to the golfer. Now, from a playing perspective, It's such a technical sport. There's just so much to think about, and many hours have to be spent on a driving range having golf lessons to be able to develop the game and to be able to play at a competitive level, or even just at a social level. It's such a personal thing as to what you want out of the game.
Golf is struggling throughout the country. I think if anything it's plateaued, so we did see a drop in golf for quite a few years, but at the moment it seems to have plateaued, and I think it's largely around people not having enough time and money to compete in the sport and that. There's most probably only about 120,000 registered golfers in South Africa at the moment, which is down from previous years. But there's still a lot of golfers out there that aren't registered through golf clubs and that still enjoy getting out and playing golf.
Golf equipment can be expensive, but there are other ways to make means around the sport.
You have to kit yourself out with equipment, but you don't need to go and spend R1 million straight away. Second-hand equipment is available at facilities. As an example, here at the club we can provide equipment for beginners to start, and also just to feel if that's what they want to do, is to go and spend a whole lot of money on equipment. And then from a clothing perspective, you could start out with trainers and a golf shirt. You don't need to go and kit yourself out straight away.
It's not the cheapest sport, but there are cheap options. We're certainly trying to make sure that those costs do come down. If you take the time, your 5 hours that you're out on a golf course, and you compare that to the cost of going to a movie or something like that, you're actually getting good value for money. And obviously the benefits are getting out into nature. You go out there and have one afternoon of golf, and it just relaxes you so much, mentally and that, as well as the physical side of the game and that.
The Bryanston Country Club recently won the environmental compliance and good governance of Southern golf courses, making them an award-winning golf course.
Yeah, we're thrilled. It was World Environment Day on Monday, and the club got an award for corporate and ethical governance in the environmental sphere, which includes our purchasing policies, what we do with the golf course, water management and those type of things. That golf is not considered as an environmental polluter, but actually as part of a really important ecosystem.
Development is important in every sport, sustaining its growth, and these are the programs offered at the Bryanston Country Club.
We have quite a few programs here at Bryanston. With the juniors specifically, we start them as young as 3 years old. We have a program called SNAG, which is an acronym for Start New at Golf. The nature of the equipment is such that it's oversized clubs. The balls are like mini tennis balls. They stick to targets, to Velcro targets. So the fun factor is really just taken care of. The kids arrive, they absolutely love it, and it really lays very good foundation and basics for the kids. We then also have our development program that we have 8 girls that we're nurturing with progressive women in golf. And they come from the Walter Sisulu School in the Leeuwenhoutbush township, and they come to us once a week, and they're almost at a level that we can get them onto the golf course.
I'm Ray for Joburg Today.
What's good, everybody? This is Solo, and you're watching Joburg Today.
For more news on the city, do check out our playlist. That's all from me, Ray, and the rest of the Joburg Today crew. Stay active.